The recording of this race is sponsored by JB Transmission. Specializing in foreign and domestic repairs, trust JB for all your performance needs. Check us out at www.jbtransmission.com or visit us at 256 St. Mary's Road in Winnipeg.
All right, time to go racing here for Montana's Mondays. Pure Stock Division rolling out of the pit area. Starting on the pole tonight is the 20 of Greg Hoare, and outside in the 2 rent is Darcy Basaraba. Row 2 inside, sponsored by Big Block Auto and Farm Supply. The 21 is Brett Proctor. On the outside, the 23, sponsored by Pellers Ventilation. The driver is Kyle Pellers. Inside of row number 3, out of St. Norbert, the number 37 is Roger Wajali, and outside the 92 is Alex Bear. And rounding out the field, Brad Wall driving the number 25 inside row 4 in the 7th starting position. All right, first heat of Pure Stocks for Montana's Cookhouse. Join us in our lounge for our nightly specials, whether it's to watch a game with your friends or to enjoy a date night. Montana's Lounge offers a fun and entertaining atmosphere. Cheers to a night out. All right, so Greg Hoare on the front row with the 2 rent sponsored by Montana's Cookhouse. That is Darcy Basaraba. We have 8 laps up on the Pepsi board, and this will be heat number 1, our first heat race of the night. Want to thank everyone for coming out to Red River Co-op Speedway. Nice night for racing. A little bit of cool air, lots of horsepower. As we get set to go green, here we go. Dale McEwen waves the green flag, and we are underway here in heat number 1 for Montana's Cookhouse. Greg Hoare with the early lead. He is followed by the all-star Big Block Auto and Farm Supply 21, but here comes Kyle Pellers in the 23. He is really moving on the inside of the racetrack. One down, 7 to go. Greg Hoare, your leader, followed by the 21 of Brent Proctor. Proctor now gets a great drive off turn number 2 and gets in the inside of the 20 car. The 20 of Hoare, though, doing a great job holding the bottom line and not opening the door whatsoever. Three-car race for first place here in the first heat of Pure Stocks for Montana's Cookhouse. Greg Hoare still leads. Proctor second, Pellers third. Pellers is ready to strike in that car number 23, sponsored by Pellers Ventilation. Oh, we've got a car into the back straightaway fence, but that car continues to roll. Your leaders in turn 3 and 4. Brett Proctor trying everything to get by the 20 of Greg Hoare, but Hoare doing a miraculous job of holding on to the bottom of that racetrack, lap in and lap out. Kyle Pellers riding along in the 3rd spot, looking for Proctor to make a mistake, but the low line is where everybody's going. Unfortunately, you can't pass when you're following somebody. But right now, Pellers getting by the 21 of Brett Proctor. Pellers using a little muscle there at the bottom of turn 3 and 4, and Pellers into the 2nd spot now. .25 of Brad Wall into the wall on the front straightaway. Yellow flag is out. Brad Wall having a heck of a time out here tonight Almost went into the fence on the back straightaway and now into the front retaining wall on the front straightaway. Getting to know the racetrack and its barriers real well. So it looks like 2 laps remaining now on the Pepsi board here in pure stock heat number 1. While the Winnipeg Sun is first in local news, sports, and entertainment. Start your day with the Winnipeg Sun. Pick up your copy and be the first to know. Proud sponsor of Red River Co-op Speedway. All right, we're going to get them lined up once again. The orange cone goes to the front straightaway. Of course, they must stay in line on the restart. You cannot pass anybody till you pass that orange cone. And they must pass the orange cone on our side of the cone, the outside of the cone. If you go inside of that cone, well, you're going to get penalized 2 spots. So what this does is keep in single file midway down the front straightaway, and it eliminates a lot of the pileups that you often see in turn number 1. Yellow we hear is for the 92, is that correct?
Hang on, I haven't got the lineup yet.
So the 20 is going to be your leader at the restart. Kyle Pellers and the Pellers Ventilation number 23, second, third. The All-Star Collision and Glass, Big Block Auto and Farm Supply 21. That is Brett Proctor in the 3rd spot. And 4th is the 2 rent sponsored by Montana's Cookhouse. That is Darcy Basaraba. BIL Security is Manitoba's leading security provider. We protect your investments with the latest in HD camera technology and professional remote video monitoring at a fraction of the price of an on-site guard. For more information, visit bilsecurity.com. We need all pure stock heat number 2 to staging. They will be followed by heat number 1 of the 4-cylinder stocks. All right, we do go back to the last completed lap of racing, so 3 laps going back on the Pepsi board instead of 2. We line them up how they were positioned on the last green flag lap, so Hoare will be your leader. Brett Proctor second, Pellers third. Don't forget 50-50 tickets are for sale. You can't win if you're not in, so grab yourself a 50-50 ticket. Greg Hoare speeding away from the field. He started on the pole in this race and has not let up on the lead yet. Kyle Pellers now is going to try the bottom side. The 21 trying to get down, but can't. Pellers with a nice pass. That is exactly the same spot that Pellers got on the lap before. The 25 of Brad Wall still trying to complete his first lap. He'll get there. So Pellers moving the Pellers Ventilation 23 into second, but nobody so far to challenge. Greg Hoare, and the checkered flag is out. That'll do it for the number 20. Greg Hoare picks up the heat race win, followed by Kyle Pellers. As they pull into the infield to hit the pizza scale. 3rd spot unofficially is going to go to the Big Block Auto and Farm Supply All-Star number 21 of Brett Proctor. All right, racing fans, do you know what today is? It's the day that Bob plays a wider variety of the music you want to hear than anyone else. That's right, today is today, because every day is the day you'll hear the widest variety of the 80s, 90s, and whatever on 99.9 Bob FM. All right, getting ready to go already with pure stock heat number 2 for Montana's Cookhouse. And here's how they line up, starting on the pole. The 4 rent is Jeff Kopp on the outside of row number 1 in the 2nd starting position. Driving car number 16 is Evan Schroeder. Inside row 2, Rod the Rat the Lane is in the 33R. And outside in the 4 for rent is Rod Greening. Inside row number 3, out of Marquette, Manitoba, sponsored by Santana Kennels and Archangel Fireworks, This is the 9 of Les McRae. And on the outside of row number 3 in the 6th starting position, the 3 for Rent is Ralph Funk.
Slow down. Slow it down, Ford. You're way ahead of the pack.
All right, the 4 Rent, Jeff Kopp slowing down in turn number 4. He will be alongside Evan Schroeder in the car number 16 on row number 1.
Okay, guys, he's showing you one. We're going to green next time by, green next time by.
All right, paired up and ready to go. Notice the Mustang, sponsored by Central and Santana Kennels, along with Johnny McRae Trucking. That is the 9 out of Marquette, Les McRae. Don't see too many of those cars around. That is a newer Mustang on the racetrack inside of row number 3. That thing has been quick here so far. It's a brand new car for 2013 for Les McRae, and they've been working the bugs out, but when that thing goes, boy, does it ever go. 8 laps on the Pepsi board as we get set to go. Out of turn number 3 and 4, the 4 Rent, Jeff Kopp will lead the field. And green flag is out. Here we go. Evan Schroeder on the high side of turn number 1 and 2, looking to sweep around the outside of the corner, but the 4 Rent of Jeff Kopp holds him off. But here comes Rod the Rat Delane. He's won some features in 2013 here at Red River Co-op Speedway, and he is looking to win this heat race. Les McRae on the move as well in the Santana Kennels. Johnny McRae Trucking, number 9 out of Marquette. Spinner at the top of turn number 1 and 2. I believe that is the 16 of Evan Schroeder, and he's rolling. So it will likely stay green, and it will. But look at the battle for the lead in turn 3 and 4. That's a great race. McRae up to second. Ford versus a Chevy for the number 1 spot. Rod the Rat Delane has raced here for many, many, many years and has done a great job in 2013. And right now he has the assignment of holding off a very quick Les McRae in the Archangel Fireworks Santana Kennels number 9. The 4 Rent of Jeff Kopp rolling along in 3rd spot, waiting for a mistake. But positions number 1 and 2 are now pulling away and not making the mistake that the 4 Rent is looking for. Les McRae out of Marquette, Manitoba, all over the 33 of Rod the Rat Delane, but unable to pass so far. Delane holding that Camaro nicely down on the bottom of the racetrack. It seems most of the passing is coming out of turn number 4 on the bottom side, but when the leader does not give up that bottom line, well, it's pretty tough to pass. Three to go. Next up, heat number 1 of the 4-cylinder stocks. Rod the Rat Delane now working through traffic here in heat number 2 of the pure stocks. Les McRae tries the bottom side but can't pass the older Camaro. White flag is out, 1 to go. Rod the Rat Delane pulling away now from Marquette, Manitoba's Les McRae. Checkered flag is in the air this time around, and your winner is going to be Rod the Rat Delane. Rod Delane starting inside of row number 2 in the 3rd starting position takes the win. Les McRae in 2nd started 5th. And of course, the 4 rent, Jeff Copp finishing 3rd unofficially, and he started on the pole. Well, for all your residential and commercial paving needs, call Winnipeg's premier paving contractor, Superior Asphalt, the company with the edge on the competition. All right, getting ready to go with our first heat race for 4-cylinder stocks here tonight. This, of course, brought to you by Montana's Cookhouse. And here's how they line up in the Rhino Racing number 99. This is Ryan Higgins on the pole. And outside, the Rhino Racing 71, Dean Milger. Inside row 2 in the K9 is veteran Doug Kraus. On the outside of row 2, in the 4 starting position,